You know why you clicked on this video. You want to see how bad we have the Seahawks. Let's get right into it.
All right, week 1, we got a former Super Bowl matchup. And if I'm remembering that Super Bowl right, we know what happened. It shouldn't be any different. Seahawks smack up the Broncos, get their first win.
Yeah, I didn't even have to say anything there.
Yep, week 2.
I'll let you be your own delusional self.
Yeah, week 2, we can be like Helen Keller and not say anything else because it's against the Patriots. So.
Yep. That's a pretty easy game. Let's just keep it short and say that the Seahawks get the win there.
Very, very quick, very easy, very nice. Now, going from 2 easy games to open the season, they have a little bit of a harder game this next following week. That week is the Dolphins.
Yep. I think it's safe to say that the Dolphins' offense is better than the Seahawks' offense, and I think that in an offensive battle, the Dolphins take it home.
I do sadly agree. Now, this next week might be a bit of a hot take, but they're playing the Lions at Ford Field. Now
let's look at last year. Right? Where did they play? They played at Ford Field. Who won? The Seahawks won. And the year before, they played at Lumen Field, and the Seahawks came close, but the Lions won. So I'm just going to say right now, the track record at Ford Field is losing against the Seahawks for the Lions. So I don't think it's going to change this year. They're going to lose at Ford Field against the Seahawks, which giving the Seahawks the 3rd win of the season.
Oh yeah, and I love to hear that as a Seahawks fan. But next week, week 5, something I like to hear even more. Seeing the New York Giants on your schedule has got to be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
because
can't get much better than that.
Because some teams might have a decent or a bad quarterback, but when you got Daniel Jones throwing the ball, he's in year 6, and he's throwing preseason pick sixes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
He's a year 6 quarterback. I think year 6. That sounds right. And he is god awful. Like, Malik Neighbors tried not to get drafted there. That's how bad he is. So, if that is anything, Seahawks walk away with the win this weekend, I guess, yeah. Now, unfortunately, the Seahawks play in the NFC West, which, as a division, has a couple of very tough opponents, one of which being the 49ers.
Yeah, last year they swept the Niners swept the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure the year before the Niners swept the Seahawks. I don't think anything's going to be different this year. The Niners are going to come in and win this one.
Sadly. And as much as it pains me to say as a Seahawks fan, the 49ers are just better by a lot. But another team that's looking a lot better this year is the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are looking very good this year. Especially they just signed another cornerback for 4 years.
Really?
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name, but we'll talk after we record this. But yeah, he another signing of another cornerback who's another good defensive player. So the Falcons picked up yet another defensive weapon.
Not even mentioning the fact that they picked up Matthew Judon and Justin Simmons over the last
Darnell
week.
Mooney.
And they have Darnell Mooney, the GOAT.
And don't forget Kirk O'Chains.
Yeah, and then they have Kirk. So, honestly, I don't think that the Seahawks have a chance at winning here.
Yeah, I don't really think they do either. Geno tends to play kind of rough against good defenses sometimes.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. But I think that they take the loss here.
Yep. Next week, though, they're going to play the good old Buffalo Bills at home.
Which the Bills are going to struggle this year, man. Like, they have no proven wide receiver one. They just don't have, like, a huge playmaker. They lost Gabe Davis. They lost Stephon Diggs. I think that they'll be decent, but I don't think they're going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough year. Probably an in-between year, though, because they still have stuff in a lot of places. It's just their core offense is kind of lackluster. They still got a running back and tight ends, and obviously Josh Allen is top 3 quarterback in the league, but they just don't have any receivers, any good ones.
That's unfortunate. But I see the Seahawks upsetting the Bills here.
Walking away with their 5th win of the season. Now the next game is another divisional game, this time against the Los Angeles Rams, this time being a home game.
Yep. This game, it's going to be close, and it's going to be definitely a fun one to watch. But for Brody's sake, let's just say the Seahawks win here because it's at home at Lumen Field.
Yep. And the next week is their bye, going into this being 6-3, which is it's a good record. No one can complain about being 6-3.
Yep.
And this is a great time to say, if you like what this video is, feel free to subscribe. Go watch our old ones. And if you want to watch any more NFC West, those will be coming out later today and tomorrow as of the time this video gets uploaded. And AFC videos will be coming out up till the first game of the season every day. So if you love this content, if you like it even, watch it. It'll be there.
Exactly. And there's already NFC North, NFC East up. We got the NFC South done. Go watch those. Those are fun.
Very fun. And yeah, what's not going to be fun is the 49ers at their stadium, away game for the Seahawks.
And keeping it short and sweet, we already told you that we think that the Niners are going to sweep them.
Yep.
So let's just
plain
give the Seahawks the loss here.
Plain simple, should be pretty quick and easy. Now, speaking of quick and easy, we got the Cardinals at home, which I'll preface by saying I am a Cardinals believer, and
I'm not.
So I think the Cardinals could have a decent run this season if Kyler Murray and MHJ for some reason make like a Michael Jordan Scottie Pippen connection, which who knows, but they're still the Cardinals. This is home for the Seahawks, so I'm happy to say
that the Seahawks are going to win this one.
I sure am. Now next week is the New York Jets at the Jets Stadium, which it's probably going to be a hard game. Jets have a great defense.
Gino's going to go in there, and he's going to get PTSD to how bad he was
on the Jets.
Because the Jets ruined QBs like the Bears, and then he's going to like break down and cry on field.
That is the actual. We've already put $100 on that happening.
And then they're going to lose by
$1 billion. So unfortunately, the Seahawks will lose this week. Next week is, again, the Cardinals, this time being the away one. And seeing as the Seahawks usually don't play great against divisional opponents, we figured we'd give the Cardinals the home game against the Seahawks.
Yep.
And,
which gives the Seahawks their 6th loss.
Now, next week, these next 3 games, next 3 weeks, are all the rest of their NFC North opponents. And they'd open up against the Packers at Lambeau Field. I'll let Mason start this one.
This one would have to be lucky, man. The Seahawks would have to get extremely lucky here. The last time the Seahawks played the Packers, I believe Russell Wilson stunk. And Jordan Love was playing for the Packers, like when he was backing up Aaron Rodgers. And he didn't look too good either. So it would take a lot, but why don't we give the Seahawks the upset?
Oh, yeah. And seeing as the Seahawks have 4 future MVPs, being Jake Bobo, Devin Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, and Sam Howell, I'm assuming that they're going to win this week, because why would they lose? You know, it's going to be an upset for the ages. That's going to wring Green Bay Packers fans to their core. They're going to hate the Seahawks more than the Bears after this week. But
okay. Next week, they have the easiest NFC North opponent. It won't take much to beat the Vikings this year with Sam Darnold at QB. He's already proven that he is probably one of the worst QBs in the league.
Yep.
Unless he goes on some sort of redeeming run. Guess where he started? In New York. Imagine that. The Jets ruin another QB.
Oh, yeah. One more ruined.
But Sam Darnold is just not that guy. Geno Smith is going to be like, haha, I'm the better New York Jet.
Yep. So we have to go ahead and give the Seahawks the win this week. Now,
Yep.
if the Vikings do get a competent quarterback by that time, could be completely different because they still are. If their team gets healthy, oh my lord, they are a good team. It's just injuries and quarterback issues, which is injuries. But yeah, then you could argue this next one is the potentially hardest NFC North opponent,
One of the hardest.
which is being the Bears at Soldier Field.
Yep. We're actually going to be at this game.
Oh yeah,
100% guaranteed. So you'll see a video going up on that. And you'll see whichever team loses. You'll see our reactions to that.
live reaction.
Live reactions. Yep.
And if you couldn't tell, he is a Bears fan and I am a Seahawks fan, so that's why we're going to this game, because
Oh, yeah.
it's gonna be a great game for us.
It's going to be an amazing game.
And
But the Bears are at home. They have a good defense. Gino doesn't play good against good defenses. Like by the track record. So I'm just gonna say that the Bears win here.
yep,
Gladly.
Seahawks their 7th loss. And
Big
to
day.
close up the season, to wrap it up, Seahawks play the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi Stadium, which
And the Rams are gonna be fighting for a playoff spot.
yeah,
So they're gonna be balling. Big
Balling.
time balling.
big time.
So the Seahawks are just gonna lose this game.
Yeah, simply put, ending up their season being 9-8, which frankly I'm happy with that as a Seahawks fan. I'd take that record easily. Now the thing is though, is that there are still some toss-up games in here. The Cardinals could lose both times. I mean, the Rams, the Lions could go either way. Bills could also go either way. The same with they could lose a lot more or they could win a lot more. So who really knows at the end of the day? But this is how we feel it's gonna go.
Yep, this is what we decided on. Final.
Yep. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you like what you're seeing,
watching.
subscribe. Go watch the other ones. They're all the same format, so if you like this, you'll know what you're to expect in the others. So, yeah.
They're not all the same format.
Not-
NFC North and NFC East are not as pretty.
Not as
saying.
pretty. Not at all. But they're still good videos. So,
Yep.
yeah. If you like what you're watching, subscribe. If not, what are you doing? So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Boom. See ya.
Later.